Hello, how are you? Welcome once again to SNM Academy. Let us proceed. Let us now deal with the important terms, the important aspects of statistics 1. Let us deal with the important terms in statistics 1, where we started with the definition of statistics and we agreed that statistics is a branch of mathematics that deals with collection, organization, interpretation, deals with collection, organization, representation, and interpretation of data. It's a branch of mathematics that deals with one, you collect data, number two, you organize it, and number three, you represent that data, and after representing the data, you must interpret, and interpretation is one of the most important parts, but now for you to interpret, you must be very good at what you have done well. I mean, in terms of collection, organization, representation, and interpretation. Number two, we have the central tendency, the measures of the central tendency. The measures of the central tendencies, we have the mean, mode, and median. The measures of central tendencies, we have the mean, the mode, and the median. What is the mean? A mean is the average value for a data. But again, remember, data is a group of collected facts, a group of collected raw facts. Raw means they are facts that have not been processed. Now, mean is the average value for a data. Mean is the average value for data, where, for example, in this case, this is 1. To get the mean, you add all of these raw facts together and you divide by the individual terms. For example, if you add 1 plus 3 plus 8 plus 4, we are going to have 16. Learners, I hope you follow it. Then you divide by the parties, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to have 16. You divide by 4 to get the mean as 4. So we have agreed that mean is the average value for a data. Mode is the frequently occurring value or item. Is the one that occurs the most is called the mode. Is a frequently occurring item. For example, if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6, 8, 9, 7, you realize that 4 occurs more times than the rest. That's why it's called the mode, and now saying mode is a frequently occurring item. Let's talk about the median. When we talk about the median, we say that when data is arranged in either an ascending or a descending order, in an ascending or a descending order, the middle item is the median. The middle item is the median. The middle, katikati. For example, this data is arranged in an ascending order. This data here, these raw facts, have been arranged in an ascending order. Ascending order means you have arranged the facts from the smallest, or the values from the smallest to the largest. It is arranging from the smallest to the largest. So this one has been arranged from the smallest to the largest. If you look at it, you realize that the middle value, perhaps you can try to cancel them and see whether it will be the middle value. Of course, yes. The middle value is 8. So that is the median. However, suppose we don't have one value at the center and they are 2. If they are 2, you add them together If the numbers are 2 and they are the ones that are the middle numbers, you add them together and you get the midpoint of those two numbers. So you add them together, you divide them by 2. You add them together, you divide by 2, you also get the median. Then let us talk about the class. The class. The class. This is a class. For example, if we are talking about grouped data, 40 and 44 is called a class. 40 and 44 is called a class. 40 and 44 is called a class. Now, this 40 and 44, it includes all the values in 44 that are equal or greater than 39.5 but less than 44.5. The values here that are greater or equal to 39.5 and less than 44.5. Thus, 40 to 44 is a class. We can call it a class limit. But 39 and 44.5 are the class boundaries. But 39 and 44.5 are the class boundaries. Now, when we talk about the class boundaries, it is very important to mention that 39.5 is the lower class boundary. Lower class boundary, and it can also be lower class limit. And 44.5 is the higher class limit or boundary. Is the higher class limit or boundary. Guys, those are some of the most important parts or the basic parts that we need to understand in statistic 1. In statistic 1, you must understand what is statistics number 1. You must understand the measures of central tendency, which is the mean, mode, and median. Then you must understand what they entail. Then from there, we must understand the class limit, the class boundary, the upper and the lower class boundaries. Then from there, probably it's very important. Maybe we mentioned that as we calculate the mean, to calculate the mean, this is the sign used to show mean. This one is the one that is used to show mean. Then there is a sign that represents some which is called the sigma. The sigma, which means meaning sum. Sigma meaning sum. And we agreed that to get the mean for a grouped data, you get with summation or the sum of f of x all over summation of f. Summation of f of x, frequency multiplied by the midpoint. Midpoint is when you take a class, for example, 40 and 44. This one, to get the midpoint, you take 40 plus 44 to get 84. You divide by 2 to get 42. So you get f of x, which is frequency multiplied by the midpoint of that grouped data, or the class rather, then you divide by the frequency. Through that, you will get it correct. So this is the formula for getting the mean. So learners, I hope you have understood the basic concepts in statistics 1, so that at least as we roll, as least as we move in calculation of frequency distribution tables, in calculating the mean, calculating the median, I hope these terms will help you understand and see statistics as an easy section or an easy bread for you. Otherwise, thank you so very much. Have a nice week ahead. And I welcome you back to S&M Academy so that we can make learning easier for you. Otherwise, for those who have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe so that we can be able to grow together and grow each other, both mentally and other ways. Thank you very much.